So I'm going to use the command create database. Now I'm using all caps here, and that's kind of a way of separating what are actual database commands from the options that I choose. For example, the name of the database in this case, which is employees. Every SQL command ends with a semicolon. So you'll notice here I got the return I was looking for. Query OK, one row affected. Essentially, we've now created the employees database. And if I choose show databases, these are the databases that come installed plus my employees database, which I'm just starting. See, it says employees right here. So we've got this information schema, employees, MySQL performance schema, and then test. You'll basically leave the others alone, and we're going to tell it we want to use employees, which essentially puts us into the employees database. But that database is empty. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create a table which allows us to store some basic information in the database. So we're going to create the table we're going to put all the information into. So I'm going to choose create table, and within the employees database we'll have a table called employee. Now I'm typing actually here a command that's going to go on several lines. So you'll notice the prompt changed, indicating that I'm still typing the same command, and I haven't yet terminated that command with a semicolon. So now I'm going to put the different fields that are going to be part of my employee table. So first I need to select a field that's going to be a key. It's basically a field that's going to have a unique value in it to make sure each and every field of the table, so each and every record of the table is unique. So I'm going to start with employee ID, and I'm going to tell it I need this particular field to be an integer, so we'll choose an int type for the field, and that it can't be null, meaning that we can't have a null point in this particular field. There always has to be something filled in. All right, so the next field in the table, we want the last name. Now, of course, this is not going to be an integer. This is going to be a string, or what in SQL we call a varchar, various characters. And we'll make it 255 characters long. We'll also say it's not null. Now, you got to be very careful here not to make a mistake as you construct your table, because if you do, it's very likely you're going to have to start the whole command over again. So check your work before you press enter when you go line to line. We'll do a first name. This will also be a varchar. Probably don't need 255. We'll go with 120. That also will be not null. We probably should take, for an employee, we need their social security. Just as easy to make this a varchar. Social security numbers are a limited number of digits. We'll go ahead and not force that to be a not null. And let's say we also want to know the employee's title. Now, even though typically the title information would come from another table in the database that's got a list of acceptable titles, we'll still go ahead and make that a varchar. Now, there are other types of fields in the MySQL database, like date fields, etc., but we don't need to use those for this very, very simple table. Now, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to declare which one of these fields is our primary key. So I'm going to use primary key. And remember that primary key has to be unique in each and every record. So employee ID is our unique primary key. We'll go ahead and then close the create table employees command like this. Now, if we didn't make a mistake, we'll get this query OK 0 rows affected message back.